All right. Oh, thank God we are back live. Please, you can join in now. I don't know why the network had to push us out. It was actually not loading, which is why we had to end the stream to restart again. So please, we can join in now. We can join in. We'll be starting right away with sharing the screen, but I should also share the link to the group. All right. All right. Thank you for coming back. Sorry, the network was actually very, very terrible. I couldn't see the messages any longer, which is why the stream had to end. So we're going to be starting right away. I just want to be sure that we are all here. All right. Please just comment that you can hear me so that we can go on. Yes, yes, yes. If you can hear me, just comment that I can hear you. All right. Okay. Thank you. We are joining back in. All right. So I'm going to be starting right away. I'm going to be starting right away. I trust that you have filled the attendance sheets by now. So I'm going to be starting right away. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. If you can see my screen, just let me know that you can see my screen. Okay. Can you see my screen now? All right. Okay. All right, so I expect that by now everyone will be done with their attendance. I expect that by now everyone will be done with their attendance. All right, so we are currently in day two, and day two is data entry and formatting. Data entry and formatting. And for this lecture for tonight, we are going to be covering four major topics. The first topic being cell basics, the second topic being modifying columns, rows, and cells, the third being formatting cells, and the last, understanding number formats. These are the four things we are going to be learning in this training today. And it is going to be live, so don't worry about much talks. We're going to be doing more of practical. Yeah? So if you can hear me, let me know so that we can move on. All right, the expectation for this training is that by the end of this session, you'll be able to learn how to insert and delete cells and cell contents. You'll be able to drag and drop cells. You'll be able to use the fill handle and use the cut, copy, and paste functions. You'll be able to learn how to modify rows, column, and cells in Excel. You will learn all about formatting text in Excel. You will learn all about formatting numbers in Excel. So we have a lot to cover today, a lot to cover. So I'm going to be giving you a brief lowdown on what data entry and formatting is all about before we move into practical proper. Data entry is the process of imputing information into a digital system. Okay, that process that you input an information, be it numerical information, be it alphabetical information, into a digital system, it is called data entry. While data formatting is the process of changing the appearance of that data to make it more readable, visually appealing, and organized. When you hear someone say format this data, what it means in essence is to make it more readable, make it more visually appealing, and make it organized. So we're going to be learning data entry and formatting in the class today. So the first thing I will be teaching you is cell basics. Remember, we have four lesson outline, and the first one is cell basics. So I'm going to be teaching you all you need to know about cells. So I'm going to be stop my screen right away, and I'm going to be displaying the Excel interface so we can move on to the practical. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing the Excel interface right away. It's opening up. Okay, so please, if you know you are yet to fill the attendance, do well to go and fill it, because after the class, I'm going to be deleting it so that those that are not present will know how to take advantage of it being dropped on WhatsApp. All right, so my Excel is up. If you can see my screen, just let me know that you the Excel interface. If you can see the Excel interface, let me know. Okay, I think it's black. Okay, okay, it's blank. I'm going to reload it again. Okay, okay, still showing blank. Okay, I'm going to change. Still blank, it's still blank. I'm going to open. Oh, I just ended the screen and it's now working. Okay, I'm going to redo it again one more time. Okay, I think we are live. We are live. I can see the screen is now showing. Please let me know if you can see my screen. Okay, all right. So we're going to be taking the first out topic for today, which is cell basics. Cell basics, and what you're going to be learning in this particular topic is everything you need to know about cells. Yes, I'm going to be teaching you everything you need to know about cells. So please, if you have your writing material, if you have your jotting material, you can always pen it down. And if you know you want to watch it after the replay or after the video has ended, be my guest. All right, so the first thing I need to understand is that each box is called a cell. Where a row and a column intersect is called a cell. I explained that on Monday. Now, this box is a cell and that cell is called B2. If I touch somewhere else, this is another cell, D2. So each box is a cell. So Excel recognizes every intersection of row and column as a cell. That's the first thing you need to know before we start explaining what cell is. Right? So to select a cell, all you have to do is move your cursor and touch where you want the cell to be, and instantly the cell will be selected, just like that. So whenever you select a cell, you will see a thick line surrounding the cell, a thick line surrounding that cell. That is to show you that the cell has been selected. If I change it, you will see that the thick line will move. So I need you to understand this, because as we've been going on, I'll be explaining how to play around cells. So understand the cell I am working with by the border that is surrounding that particular column and row intersection. All right. Can you hear me loud and clear? Can I continue? I need a response. Can you hear me? Can I continue? I'm here to get the response. I'm here to get the response. All right, okay. Let's move on. Now, with Excel, you can select multiple cells. That is called range of cells. When you select more than one cell, it is called range of cells. And how do you select more than one cell? You hold the shift key and you press either down, left, right, center, or up, as the case may be. When you hold down your shift key, you press down, it goes down. If you press right, it goes right. If you press left, it goes left. And when you do this, what you do is that you have selected multiple cells. It is called range of cells. When you select one, it's just a cell. But when you select more than one, it is now range of cells. Take note of that word, range of cells. And how do you select range of cells? By holding down the shift key and using your arrow, whether be it down, up, left, right. Hold down the shift key, down, up, left, right. You will use to highlight your cells. It is called range of cells, right? So moving on. If I ask you to select a cell range, let's say I tell you to select cell B2 down to E2. What I'm telling you is to come to where B2 is, hold your shift key and move it to where E2 is. If I ask you to select from B2 down to E10, we just have to move it to where 10 is. So that's how you select range of cells. Next thing you need to know is that there is what we call cell contents. Cell contents. Cell contents. What is a cell content? Any information you enter into a spreadsheet will be stored in that cell, and each cell will contain something. That is why it's called cell content. These contents can be numbers, it can be alphabet, it can be formulas, it can be symbols, it can even be pictures. For advance, if you see this the assignment sheet I submitted earlier, you will see I used a tick box. That's a symbol. It was an Excel I used to develop that attendance sheet. It was not Microsoft Word, it was an Excel, and I inserted a symbol to tick those that were present or those that submitted the assignment of day one. So you can, whenever you enter anything into a cell, is called cell content. For example, if I write Sam in this cell content is Sam, right? So that's that about cell content. It can either be text, it can be numbers, it can be dates, it can be percentage, whatever it is all called cell contents. Now, the next thing that I will tell you is that each cell can be formatted. Remember, I told you that we're going to be learning cell formatting as one of the topics for today. So when we get to that cell formatting, I will be teaching you how you can format each cell. But for now, I will still go on what you need to know about cell, right? So you can delete the content of a cell by pressing delete, not backspace, delete. Now, backspace may work, agreed, but backspace will not work when you have selected different range of cell. And I'm going to practicalize it now. Let's say I type Sam in cell B4, I type class in cell C4, I type job here. If I select this range and I click on backspace, it will only delete the first cell. But let's undo that. and I, instead of clicking on backspace, I click on delete, everything will wipe. So whenever you are deleting on Excel, always use the delete button, not the backspace, because it will clear everything in that cell. That's what the delete does. So I've taught us how to delete or clear cell content. To clear all the cell content, you use the delete button. The backspace only deletes the active cell. Take note, backspace only deletes the active cell. Yes. Another thing you can use is the clear. There is, when I was explaining um on Monday, I showed us something here. This is clear. This is also called what you can use to delete. Unlike the delete and the backspace, the clear has other functionality, and I'm going to be explaining to us some of the functionality. Okay, someone is complaining that my screen is blank. Please, if you can see my screen, indicate. Peradventure it is your network, you can just go out and come back in, because I'm sure that my screen is live. All right, so let's take it back and see what this can do. Let's assume I make this yellow color, I make this red text, right? So if I come to this clear, now watch what everything does. If I come to clear format, look at what is going to happen. If I touch on clear format, instantly the yellow disappears, the red text also disappear. It returns the text to the original form, deleting every um addition, maybe text color, text format, putting font style. It will clear it and make it as it was before. Now let me still show you something again. Using still this clear icon, if you come to clear content, what it does is that it will delete the content of that cell, but it will not delete the formatting. Let's practicalize it. I like doing practical so that you know it's not theory. You can see I've undo. Now you can, okay, let me zoom so that you can see my screen better. Sorry about that. I will zoom so that you can see what I'm doing better. All right, I think my screen is big enough now for you to see what I'm trying to teach you. Now let's try it again. I have explained to you what this clear format does. It removes every formatting of the cell, the yellow, the red, it removes it. Now clear content, watch what will happen when I click clear content. It deletes the content, but it left the formatting. See, the yellow still remains. Do you get it now? So unlike delete and backspace, this clear does a whole lot more. If I undo and I come here and I say clear all, what clear all does is that it deletes everything. It deletes the content, it deletes the formatting. Let's try it. Voila, here you have it. The yellow disappeared, the red disappeared, the content of the cell also disappeared. So I've taught us different method of deleting. Deleting a range of cell, you use the delete. Deleting just one cell, you use backspace. In deleting with condition, you use the clear option, where you can clear format, clear content, or clear all. Please, if you're understanding, okay, somebody's asking a question, how do you undo? Now I explained that on Monday. This is the undo icon. I'm currently hovering over it. And another way you can undo is Control Z. Control Z. Somebody type it so that I can be sure that you're following. Control Z. That is how you can undo. You hold on your control key and you press Z and it will undo. Or Another way is coming to this um up place. You will see undo. Undo. Yes, Control Z. Thank you. So that's how you undo. Thank you very much. Moving forward, I've taught us how to clear cell contents. I've taught us how to type into cell contents. The next thing I'm going to be teaching you as touching cell basics is how to copy and paste. I'll teach you how to copy and paste, then I'll teach you how to let me see. I'll teach you how to cut. Now, please pay attention because this one is going to be a little bit tricky, right? So please pay attention. I'm going to be explaining it in details so you can understand. Um, Let me make use of a plenty text. All right, so just give me a minute, or barely give me some seconds so I can copy. Okay. All right, I'm coming. 1 minute. All right, so I'm trying to make you understand with plenty data. So you will not just say it's because the data is not much. All right, so look at it here. I want to teach you copy and paste. Now, there are different methods of copying and paste. Not everybody knows how to copy and paste. So I'm going to be teaching you methods of copy and paste. Let me insert another additional column. This plus this. Okay. All right. So I will show you something now. If I have a cell C3, and I want the content of cell C3, all I have to do is to press Ctrl C, or I right click, I will see copy. I'm teaching you the two method. Reason is because some of you are using phones, so you will not have these shortcut keys on your phone. That's why I'm teaching you both the long method and the short method. So if you have a system, you can use any of the method. If you have a phone, you have to use the long method. There is no Control Z on your phone. Right, so let's continue. You click on copy. Once you click on copy, one way you know you have copied your cell is that Excel will create a dancing line around that cell. It will create a dancing line. You see it, that border begins to dance. Then that's how you will know that you have actually copied a cell. Now let's paste it. Let's say we want to paste it here. When you reach here, the shortcut key is Ctrl V. Ctrl V. But let's say you are not using a shortcut key, you can right click, you will come to paste. Now this is where I want you to pay attention. If I click on paste, what happens is that it pastes that data I copied with everything in that data, right? As much as this looks very easy, it is not very easy, and I will explain why it's not very easy. Many people has made mistake when they are entering data because of copy and paste. Now you can see this 63. I press Ctrl C, that's copy. Then I come here, I want to paste it. Now watch what will happen. If I click on paste, you can see the paste, right? What is supposed to paste is not 63, but watch what will happen. Once I click on paste, what pasted? 51.5. You now be asking yourself, where did I get 51.5 from? But I'm sure that I copied 63. Yes, you can see that the dancing line is on 63. But why is it that 51.5 is what is showing? I'm going to explain to you. The reason is because you copied that cell Yes, we can all see 63. But remember, on Monday, I taught you that 63 is just what you are seeing, but that might not be what is in the bar. Now, if you come up here to see the formula bar says J3 is equals to E3. That means this 40 plus, sorry, yes, E3, this 40 plus F3. That's what is in this place. But this J3 is C3 plus D3, meaning chest 32 plus waist 31. So when you copied it and you pasted here, what Excel did is that Excel shifted its own formula too. This one was C3. This one now is what? E3. Excel shifted two cell because this is two space. So him too, he moved from C3, he shifted it to E3. And when you now finish the work, you realize that your answer is wrong because you did not copy and paste correctly. Are you understanding? So how can you copy and paste correctly? Let me teach you. When you copy, don't just Ctrl V paste. No, you right click, then you come here. If you want to paste it as formula, you touch the first one, paste. We copy everything and we paste. The next one is paste as value. What I mean by paste as value is just give me the number, paste it as the number. Don't pick the formula. If I paste as value, you can see it gave me the 63. It did not copy the formula. Another way I can paste is paste by formula. It will paste the formula. The next one is transpose. The meaning of transpose is change it from, okay, let me practicalize transpose so that you can see what I mean by transpose. If I copy 31, all this one now, all this cell, transpose. What transpose does is that it change it from vertical to horizontal. Here is it. From 31, 31, 31, 30, 30, arrange it as 31, 31, 31, 30, 30. Instead of vertical, it has arranged it as the horizontal. See how it is, but now look at how it's pasted. I hope you understand. Okay, we are going to be moving on. Now, please, you can always go back, watch this video again so you can understand. Peradventure, I am fast. We have a lot to cover. That's why you see me moving this way. But you can always take the video back, replay the video, and watch it at your own pace. Assimilate it gradually. Practicalize each of these steps till you perfect it. Play around with this thing. It is someone that keeps you with Excel that becomes better at it, not someone that leaves it. Yes. So that's how to copy and paste. There are different methods. I've taught us on how to right click. Another way you can copy and paste, let me teach you. See that options. You can paste normal pasting, you can paste as formula, you can paste as formula and number, you can keep source formatting, you can paste as no border. There are more options available in this angle. See where my cursor is, up where the ribbon is. There are more options on the paste. So if you don't want to right click, you can come here for different pastes. All right, so that's that about copy and paste. Excel is actually large. There's a lot we can learn. Now, cut is the same thing with copy and paste. The only difference is that it moves the cell, or it moves the cell contents and takes it to the new place you are pasting it. So let's do the example. Control X is the shortcut for cut, or you can right click and click cut, or you can come here, this place, and click cut. If you do paste, it moves it to the new place you are pasting. So that's that about it. All right, so moving on, we have been able to do justice to cell basics. There are other things that I would have taught us, but I don't want to confuse us that much. So as we go on, I'll be teaching us other key things that we need to learn. Yes. So next thing that I'm going to be teaching you now currently is formatting of cells. Formatting of cells, cell formatting, formatting of cells. So let's see. We're going to be using this same sheet as our practice material. So follow through. We are in our second topic now, formatting of cells. Okay, let's begin. Now, I earlier defined formatting of cell. I defined formatting of cell as changing the appearance of that data to make it more readable, more visually appealing and organized. So when you format a cell, you have made it more readable, you have made it more visually appealing. That's what it means to format a cell. Now, in this case, let's use this fitness progress chart as our test. To format this cell, I want to increase the font. I explained this on Monday, so you can always go back. If I click increase font size, you can see what is happening. The font size of that particular cell is increasing. I can decide to color everywhere green. I will come to fill color. You can see I've changed it to green. I want this other second column to be yellow. I will come here, change color. I will change it to yellow. I want the text to be red. This is what we call cell formatting. I'm already changing the appearance of the Excel worksheet. Something that was looking very ugly before is already gaining shape. I want to add border. I will highlight everything. I will come here. I will say, oh yeah, give me border. See, it's already making sense. It's already looking like a table. That's basically what cell formatting is all about. That's what cell formatting is all about. Okay? Are we understanding? Are we understanding? If you are with me, let me know that you are with me. If I'm too fast, let me know. Okay. All right. We are understanding. That's good news. All right. So let's continue. So you can see how our cell is looking beautiful. From looking very ugly, cell formatting makes your text very, very beautiful. So let me do something again. Let's say I don't like this font. I can change the font and say, okay, I don't like how this Calibri is looking. Let's make it something very fancy. I will change the font to Tahoma, or let's say Times New Roman. And I see this one, I don't like this fitness. I want to change it to Helvetica, or I want to change it to something stylish. I will come here and say, okay, this is what I want. You can see that our work is already looking very beautiful. So that's what formatting is all about. Cell formatting is about making the cell more appealing to the eye. I've taught us how to change your font size. I've taught us how to change the font color. I've taught us how to change the font type. I think what I've not taught us, okay, if I touch it, you can bold it. See it, I made it bold. I can even add underline. See it, I've added underline. I can italicize it. It's not italics. So there are a lot of things you can do. Just play around the fonts, and that's how you format your cell. Now I've added borders also. I've fill in color. That's basically how you 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 format a cell. Now you can either format a cell manually, or you format a cell using a preset data. You can either format a cell manually, or you format a cell using a preset of data. And okay, let me teach us that. Let me teach us how to format a cell using a preset of data. Now, how do you format a cell? All you have to do is to highlight the cell. You come to insert, or rather, see, I will explain that later. When we get there, I'm going to explain that. I'm going to explain that to you so you can understand better. Because we have it as a subtopic. So let me don't be too fast so that we can all understand. All right. So moving on, text alignment. I've not touched text alignment, so let me touch text alignment. Last on Monday, I still explained me on text alignment, but let's use it on a practical data. You can all bear me witness that this particular text or these numbers are all in the left hand side. If I want them to be in the middle, all I have to do is to highlight the text. After highlighting all the text, I come here and I click middle, and they will all move to the middle. They will all move to the middle. So that's basically how you format your cells. I've done justice to that. All right, so let me just do that cell. Let me do it now. If I select the cells, if you come here, you see something called cell styles. This is where you can come and choose. Look at, as I'm touching it, what is happening? It's changing the style of the cell. So in this place, it's called cell style. You can come here to come and see it. You can choose any style of your choice, and it will automatically set it. It will undo your own formatting, and it will do the computer preset formatting. So that's how we work on cell formatting. Any question? Any question? If there is no question, I'll move on to the next topic. We have seen, so just to recap, what are the things we have learned on cell formatting? We have learned how to change the font size. We have learned how to change the font type. We have learned how to bold, how to italicize, how to underline, how to put border, how to put color, how to change the text color, how to insert cells, how to what again? What again? I think basically that's it. Cell styles, we have learned that also. How to align text left, middle, and right. So that's it. You can always navigate your way. You can always learn more as we go further. All right, so moving on to the third topic that we have to learn for today. I'm looking at before 9:30 we should be done with this class. I don't want our class to be too lengthy, so I'm working based on the schedule that I have. All right, let me just give us time to breathe a little. Just comment something you have learned. Just comment something you have learned as you take time to all right. I'm waiting. Let's be sure we are together. Comment something you have learned. Comment something you have learned, and we will continue with the lessons. Okay, somebody is asking, where do we click on the cell style? All right, so let me just answer that right away. Here is it. I'm hovering over it currently. You will see styles, cell styles. Yes, where you see, I'm hovering around it currently. So That's where you click on it. Cell styles. That's where it is. All right. All right. So moving on, thank you very much for commenting. Thank you for telling me what you have learned today. So let's move on to the next thing that we have. And what we are going to be learning now is modifying cell and column. Modifying cells, column and rows. Now I'm going to be teaching you easy method to modify cells, column and row. I didn't learn this. I learned this thing by practicing, but you are going to be learning it on a platter of gold. So kudos to you. So I'm going to be teaching you different shortcut method of modifying cells and column on Excel. Yeah. So let's move on straight away. Now you can see this, that estimate the limb body is not full. Estimated limb body is not full. If I put my cursor close to this G, when I move to the edge, it will change to a plus sign. That is the cue for me. Okay, let me zoom in so that we can see better. I trust you can see me, my screen better now. This plus sign is what, if you double click and hold, you can move. You can see what happened now. That's how to move your column. The same thing happens if it's a row. It will change to a plus sign. And once it change to that plus, like an anchor, you double click, hold, then you drag. That's how you edit column size. You come there, once it change, you double click, hold, and you drag. That's how it operates. Double click, hold, and drag. Another thing you can do is just double click on it. But the issue with double clicking on it is that it doesn't work on all cells, so I will not advise you to do it. But if you move and you just hold and drag, it works. On every Excel, it works. I'll be teaching you other method to do it with ease. So let's go on. Let's go on. One of the method you can use. Now let me show you something. You see this place, this place before the A and the 1, you will see something that look like a triangle. Whenever you touch that place, what you are telling Excel is that select all the cells in this sheet. So Excel will select all the cells. Now any edits you make on one cell, it will affect every cell. You can see what I just did now. I edited only one, I shifted only one. What happened? All the whole columns were affected. Same thing with row. If I edit just one, see it, all the whole row, and it will be uniform. So that's one easy way to format all your cell at once. It will format everything at once. Let me teach you something again. Another method is that you highlight, then you double click. Okay, let me do that again. After highlighting, if you do this one, you will double, it will only work on, okay, it will only work on one of the cell. It will only work on one of the cell. If you want to work on a row too, once you click it and you do it, it's going to do the same thing for the row. So that's basically it. Now the reason why you see some of this thing might not work is because we have merged these cells together. All right, so that's it. That's how to adjust a row or a column. All right, so 1 minute. Sorry, my slide again is currently down. Oh, My system has freezed. Sorry about that. So that's basically what a cell formatting is all about. You have to just, okay, the system is back. All right, so that's what you do with cell formatting. I think I've explained that, and I've explained how you can change your row, your column, how you can edit it in such a way that it is going to meet your expectation, right? Now, something you can do again is, let me teach you how to insert rows and how to delete rows, and how to insert column and how to delete column. Then the last thing I will teach you is how to move a row. I think if we have done that, we have done justice to it. So I'll teach you how to insert row, delete row, move, and hide. Yes, that's also an important thing. I'm going to teach you how to do that too. How to insert, how to delete, how to move, and how to hide. So that's four things I'll be teaching you on this particular one. All right, so let's go on. Oh my God. Okay, okay. Sorry. Screen is not coming up. I minimized and now it's